The last thing you'd expect in China are rows of 1980s rooms in classic American style. Gyms with all the equipment, arcades with machines that today would be worth tens of thousands of euros. Completely intact bowling alleys, but all of this under the watchful eye of surveillance cameras. There's a camera hooked up here, and a security guard with a dog who was looking for us. We had reached the main building. Just imagine what we found, to be inside here for more than 4 hours until we heard someone else coming in. But let's start from the beginning. Now, we were on the ground floor and we were about to check out the gym. But look, like I was saying, this one is also impressive. Well, it's the gym, but what's over there? You're gonna freak out. We've never seen anything like this in any abandoned place before, especially not in a hotel. Look, here's the gym, and it's in a seriously decayed state. We're also talking about machines from the 80s. It's wild to see this. So intact. I mean, you can tell the ceiling, the wall, the mirror have fallen down. Maybe they've even been broken. But look at these machines. A bowling ball. Don't tell me there's even bowling here too. All right, let's see, because that would be insane. But look, here's a fun fact. Did you know that until the early 1990s, playing music or having screens in gyms was forbidden? The gym was a quiet place that required concentration. That's why in abandoned gyms like this one, you don't see speakers or TVs. It's striking that now it's the complete opposite. The mirror here is still intact, which is strange to see in a place like this, since other areas are totally wrecked. But the mirror area and the gym, as you can see, are just as they were, completely preserved, with equipment from the 70s and 80s. This is just wild. Whoa, that sounded like a car. Look at the treadmill. And they had these? Are you seeing that they had monitors? And here they had another monitor. A screen? Don't think this was for watching movies. These monitors, besides giving off a futuristic gym vibe in a luxury resort like this one, let you see in large format how much time you'd spend, how many calories you were burning in real time, the distance covered, and so on. Quite an innovation for the time. Hey, look what I found at ground level. Marbles. You guys, followers, experts, tell me if you've ever seen this in any of my abandoned places. I don't know. For now, I want to show you the other room that's here because there's something we've never seen either. I mean, this place just keeps surprising us. I got a glimpse of it out of the corner of my eye when I was walking down. Let's go over there. Look, Nautilus is the brainout. And it looks like there are 2 Jesuses. It's because you get a reflection there. Wow, that's amazing. Seriously. I have no idea about this machine. What could this be for? You put this behind you with a strap and it moves you like this. Wait, it's what? People don't know how. Whoa, I'm gonna hurt myself. Wait, he's going to explain it because I had no idea. You get up here, put on this strap, you go here and over there, you walk with your butt. Well, that's wild. Okay, now comes what I told you I haven't seen in any hotel or abandoned place yet. A hair salon. And get this, with Western models and everything. A freaking hair salon? Oh man, I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I know you guys are thrilled. The longer it lasts, the better. But there are just so many details. Check out the machine for mixing the dye. Oh, wait, it's not for mixing, is it? It looks like it's spinned there. I mean, I don't know. And they're all intact. Like, look. Can you hear it? Well, yeah, you can actually see it. Impressive. I don't know, maybe it's for... Honestly, they barely dye their hair. They always have black hair. Maybe it's to cover gray hairs. I don't know. And this looks like a massaging machine. There are a lot, like a ton of little eyes. And we're talking about the fact that for it to have been abandoned for so long, as we've seen calendars from 2003 or 2013, whatever, it's still 13 years, which is a long time. It's super interesting to see the hair that got tangled up here more than a decade ago. And well, we even have the thing they used to clean you off after cutting your hair. These hairs, well, who knows if they belong to people who aren't around anymore because they were older, or who knows, the tweezers. It seems to me that this was a pretty well-used hair salon, even though it's here in a resort. Wow, all the dye samples. That's amazing. Everything is still intact. The colors here. Hey, is it just me, or has it really been a long time since you've seen this in stores or shopping malls? I mean, when I was little, I remember playing with this, at least touching it. The hair samples, when you could see the little hair dye boxes. But I haven't seen this in ages. I don't know if there's another way now, or if the places I go just don't have these samples anymore. Let me know in the comments if you still see them around. And if I happen to stand up suddenly, look what was right above me. A machine for heating or drying. Oh wow, of course. I have to be careful here because... Look, I'm gonna peek out into the Luddy. We're at the main entrance at street level, and if the security guard comes by and sees the light, well, we'd be in trouble. So far, we've been incredibly lucky. This is wild! And check this out. Right next to these seats where they used to wash hair, look, they had a little room for massages and waxing. With, once again, machines from a long-gone era that probably don't even exist on the market anymore. This place is just amazing. I think it's one of my favorites so far here in China, except for a mega complex, which I don't think I've posted yet. But wow, what a crazy place. Honestly, even though this spot isn't as big as the one I mentioned, it's got so much decay and really old items. Look here, the stretcher with the sheet stretched out, towels hanging, set out to dry, and ready for the next client. And right next to it, another room. And like I said, it would be for massages. And check this out, right in front of me. It's a multifunctional beauty tower from the late 1980s. Back in its day, seeing that machine with its mechanical arms, its high-frequency lights buzzing, and steam filling the room must have made it look almost like a science fiction lab or a medical clinic instead of a hair salon. The brushes would handle deep exfoliation of the skin, and it also had galvanic current. You can see on the same tray, right behind the brushes, some transparent glass tubes with curved shapes sticking out. When current was passed through them, the gas inside would light up, usually in a violet or orange hue, and generate ozone on the skin. And then here, more rollers. Look at how many rollers there are. And hey, I haven't really talked much about the big TV that was in the room, in the salon. One of those huge, bulky TVs that have also disappeared from the market a while ago, although I'm sure a lot of people still have one at home. Whether it's out of nostalgia or because they still use them. But anyway, you just don't see those TVs on the market anymore. This is what I miss seeing. I mean, it's strange that they have so many Western models, considering they're Chinese for their customers. And here, there actually were examples of haircuts for guys. And next to this clipper, which you have no idea how much it weighs. Check out these rollers for getting a perm, right? Wow, honestly, I'm loving this barbershop because it has such an incredible vibe. And finally, before leaving, I find another cart completely full of rollers that have probably been here for 20 years. I'm just estimating, and it could be even longer because this barbershop looks super old to me. Now coming into this shop? I mean, as you can see, the whole store was just left as is. Back in the day, it was completely intact, but now the floor is covered with stuff. Someone really went through it. So let me tell you something. This idea that in China everything is kept untouched and people respect things, honestly, it's the same everywhere. Even in Japan, there's more and more vandalism these days. It's a shame because people used to respect these places a lot more than they do now. We're talking about not just local people coming here, but also people from outside, foreigners too. And that's what happens. I don't know why, but people end up rummaging through things, taking stuff. One person takes a souvenir, then another, and it turns into an endless chain where these places end up looted like this. And I can't show you their true essence. But hey, that's what the guide is for. But anyway, if we pay attention to the little details, there are still even wallets around here. Well, not wallets, they were for keeping keys. Magnets. And yeah, just walking around here, you can see that all of this used to be full of stuff, but it's all been taken. There's absolutely nothing left. I think we can go upstairs now. This ground floor is amazing, huh? We thought it was a hotel with rooms, but from what I can see, all the services they offered were here. Look, I should have realized earlier about the hair salon because this is the kind of thing you usually see at the entrance of salons. Remember, at any moment, the security guard could walk in and catch us right there. Honestly, I don't know which way to go. I think I'm gonna head over there because I see an air hockey table. All right, I'm making sure there's no one around here. I think the backlight is making it hard for you to see. It doesn't look like there's anyone here. Wow, there's not just an air hockey table, there's a bowling alley. This is the bowling alley. Oh my god. This is amazing. You're seeing this just like I am. I mean, how can this place be so incredibly frozen in time? But listen, what's really impressive is that even though some areas are a mess, there isn't any graffiti here. I mean, we haven't seen any graffiti inside. And that's just wonderful to find something like this after so much time. Once again, I have to say that we really took a big risk coming to this place because we had seen videos from 3 years ago here. People from China, then foreigners came too. And we thought, what if after all this time the place is empty and we traveled all these hours for nothing? We took the risk, and once again, it paid off. I mean, it's not a waste. Like they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And honestly, this is a perfect example. I don't think I'll ever find a bowling alley this intact and this old again in my life. It's just incredible. Over here, the recreation area keeps going because this is an old air hockey table. No, mockin'. It used to say smocking and they've erased the S. Well, like I was saying, if you remember the bowling alley I filmed in Germany, it also had the shoes and they were all scattered all over the floor. Here, all the pairs are lined up as if time hasn't passed at all, even though this place is at least 20 years old. Since those little shoes were put there, that's where they've stayed. I'm gonna try to get in through here. Look. There's a stuffed animal. I'm gonna lower the brightness. And look at what I'm telling you. All of them are in pairs. It's not like someone arranged them. It's just that, I don't know, that's where they left him back in the day. And this is the back area that the workers used to store more shoes, maybe damaged bowling pins. Here they are, actually. And it's true, because look at how this one is with the grip for the fingers. Super worn out. What this tells us is that, look, they were used a ton. And I don't think it's just the passage of time either. This is tough. If you don't touch it yourself, this doesn't wear down. I really don't understand what could have happened there. Now I'm getting... Whoa, I mean, now there's a spider here. It's just that they're made of a different material than the ones you see nowadays. It sounds more like, I don't know if you can hear it, like iron. No, it's not iron, but it feels heavier than usual. And these are the old sneakers. Even older than the ones we saw displayed. These could actually be from the 70s. That is truly impressive. Could this be the specialized type of oil they use to carefully coat the courts? I think it still is, because if you look here, see? I'm not going to use it, but it's a bit oily. There are even basketballs here. Hey, it's actually not that deflated. Oh wait, yeah, it is deflated. Anyway, there's a ton of stuff here, and a lot more shoes. Let's keep going upstairs and see what we find. Whoa, I've never seen this before, and I think it's super cool. Throwing a disc and seeing how far it goes. Check out how long the table is. Wow, can't you play with something? We don't have. Look, there's a ball here. Oh no, it's too noisy. Way too noisy. Well, they must have enjoyed it back in the day because we can't hear. I just came up these stairs and I want you to see exactly what's in front of me because I just keep freaking out about this place. Wait, let me shine the flashlight. You're seriously gonna be amazed. I mean, we're on the first floor. This just can't be real. And on top of that, I don't know if you can hear the wind in the background because right now, between the rain and the wind whipping the branches against the windows and this atmosphere, there's just such an intense vibe here. And just look at the wallpaper alone. Seriously, this is so 70s. Every time I look around, I feel like I'm going further back in time, but it's true. The reception was right here. And look at the armchairs, the curtains, this bar right here. This is crazy. It's just insane. And honestly, I'm really surprised. I've been to a lot of places and none this old, this untouched. I think this is the first one. I've seen places abandoned for 10 years, 20 years, but this one still keeps that 70s look. And it's frozen in time in an incredible way. Look at the TV here, too. I mean, it's unbelievable. By the way, you might notice I sound different. I've decided to take off the microphone because it tends to mess with me a lot and could make me lose a video, which has already happened to me before. After wearing it for a long time, the battery dies and the camera keeps acting like it's picking up audio, but it actually cuts out and I end up with a recording with no sound at all, so I hope you can hear me well, but I've already disowned the microphone. What I have in front of me? Honestly, I don't know about this place. It never ceases to amaze. Look, from what I can see, which is the same as what you all think, I believe this is a dance floor or something like that. No. Holy God. Wait. Mother of beautiful love. The walls, the curtains, the old sofas, and the decay that is here. And wait, because I'm gonna lower the intensity a bit since I can be seen from outside. More than a dance floor, this is probably a skating rink. And what's more, look up at the ceiling, the lights, the number of lights there were, and the spotlights to create a nighttime atmosphere here, full of colors, and well, the sofas arranged in a circle, a semicircle. You have to. I don't know, this is totally 70s. Do you know of any like this right now in your area? An indoor skating rink like this, open, just to enjoy skating with friends, have a drink. Look, here are the skates, huh? Once again, with these questions, I come face to face with the fleeting nature of life and how things keep changing. I don't know if we're on the right path. It's just that before, there was more contact, and I mean in-person contact. Looking each other in the eyes, being present in different moments. Not like now, where everything's through a screen. And I bet you probably don't know of a place like this in your area. A covered rink with this cool vibe, with colored lights, where you can rent your skates while you have a drink on these super comfy couches. Here they've put together two semicircular ones, but they look really comfortable. And over here, there was a theater, well, a stage, probably for live music. Here's another semicircular area like the ones we've seen so far. I would say it's absolutely worth paying for a trip all the way here to China just to see this amazing hotel, because you have everything in one place, just like in a huge resort we filmed before. But this one is so old. Everything is so nostalgic. The wind, the rainy day, the weather just adds to this exploration. Once again, it's incredible that we can be here and that the guard didn't even come by when we were climbing in through the window. I tend to think that everything happens for a reason, and maybe what I said in the first part about luck playing a fundamental role in every exploration, maybe it's not luck, maybe it's something else, something beyond our understanding, but that has to do with being aligned with your life's purpose. We still have a lot left to explore in this complex, and I don't know what we'll find. Not time, but rather that the guard doesn't see us. I also don't want to take too many risks and lose everything. The good thing is that since everything bangs against the wind and makes these noises, there are bangs coming from everywhere. See? This is the sound that accompanies us throughout the whole journey. How wild! I'm surprised there aren't cameras inside, with everything that's here, all the material they've invested, and how old it is. That's if we make it out. Let's see about the exit later. Wow, this is the exact area we were looking for. For electronic equipment. Man, it's packed to the top. Oh my God. Look, the TV's over there, the monitors. Oh my God. There are even more rooms. Maybe this is where both go in with the entrance, right? Temporary closet. This sign is interesting, huh? Temporarily closed, huh? This was put up with the intention that it would reopen. And then up above it says golf imitation or something like that. I don't know. Oh, actually, yeah. Wow, they had a golf course here? A simulated one. Look at the ceiling. Like everything was... See? Leaves hanging down. And here they had a golf course. That's awesome. And the projector would have been over there. So it's true that this was for hitting towards the screen. And this, well, I don't know why. There are shoes here. Let's keep going because this place just keeps surprising me. It's amazing. It's like, I don't know. Let's see what's over here on the right, for example. I don't know, some rows. Marbles on the floor. Some marbles. We have private rooms. For what? Maybe for singing. Like karaoke style. Private rooms, huh? Wow, that's amazing. Taking their drinks or whatever with them. Yeah, and watching TV if they wanted. Let's check out the rest. This one, interestingly, had a monitor and a screen. Here it had a good speaker, so maybe they also rented them out to watch movies. Because back in the day there wasn't... So yeah, when you rented a movie, a tape. At the video store, of course. Was it called a video store? Yeah, I forget these things now. Could be, right? To watch movies. Of course, we're talking about the 80s and 90s, so I have to think about what people liked back then. Well, watching movies, renting them. That's probably why we saw a VHS downstairs. You see the coat rack, the air conditioner, everything's here. The table, which is absolutely beautiful. The couch over here, the balls, and this ceiling is spotless. Unlike other areas of the place, there's nothing emo here. From Egypt. Much better, thank you. Wow, check out the menus here. Let's look at one. Well, yeah, we're not going to understand any of it. Wow, they're stuck together. Oh my gosh. I have no idea if these are all just numbers. It was a Chinese karaoke catalog. The numbers were the codes you entered into the karaoke machine to select each song. Going back behind the stage of the big skating rink. Here they had other rooms. I want to explore all of this thoroughly, so we don't miss anything. Well, it was the dressing room. Okay, yeah, it was the dressing room. Where the musicians, actors, they got ready with these big mirrors over here where you can't see me. You hear that? The sound is clear. A car was running right below us. At this point, all we can do is wait and cross our fingers that they don't get out of the car and come into the building. In the next episode, we're still exploring more upper floors of the same building. And keep in mind, we still have all that area over there, everything on the right and the floor above left to see. But look how creepy the sign is, where it said, oh wow, there's ping pong too. My goodness, I'm seeing everything that's around here. And just when we were at the very top, we heard some voices. See you in the next video.